So today we got a new tool in. Ordered it up from the Internet Mega Store, and it came quite promptly. So we're going to take a look at it, see what's in the box, and see if we can figure out how to make it work. It's a Drill Doctor Model 500X. Now there is a 350 and there is a 750. We went for the middle of the road version. It cost about $100. Figured that was good enough for us. Supposed to do drill bits from 332 up to 1/2 inch. The box includes the machine, the chuck, and the wrench. Got some pictures there. Fast, easy setup. Dual cam sharpening point, easy align port, split port, diamond wheel. Sounds like a good unit. And imagine that. Assembled in the USA using foreign parts. Let's see what we got. I guess it's supposed to look like a lunchbox or something. I don't know. We get her open here. You got usual cardboard packing. We got the directions, and I would say with this unit, we're going to have to read the directions. I would say that's the chuck and the advertised wrench, and there we have the Drill Doctor, and that's what you get in the box. I think we'll sit down and read the directions for a minute and see if we can figure out how to make this work. Okay, so we've had a chance to read the instructions. Highly recommended that you study the instructions and understand all the parts and pieces to this machine. It's not really complicated, but there's a few things there that you really got to make sure you understand how they work and what they're for. So this machine will do 118 degree drill bits and also 135 degree drill bits. On this side of the machine, where you insert the chuck to sharpen the bit, you have a gauge. Right now it's set on 118 degrees. You can loosen this thumb screw and adjust the angle of the bit up to 135 degrees if you want. 118, 135. So we'll just do 118 because that's the most common. You have the off and on switch down here. This is your setup jig. This is going to make sure that you have the drill bit in the right place and the right depth to sharpen it. So what you have to do is take the chuck. Right now we're using a 7/16 drill bit, a little bit larger one just for the ease of demonstration. Feed that into the chuck and just snug it up. You want to just have it so the bit is able to slide back and forth. This chuck has an alignment key here on the other side. You're going to take that and insert it into this jig at the 118 degree mark. Make sure it's in there flush. Now inside here you have this button that opens up, and it's going to come out, open those jaws, and capture that drill bit. So you can take your drill bit, since it's loose in the chuck, and slide it in against the stop, and we'll see, make sure you can see that. There's a stop there. The other thing you're going to do is turn the drill so that these jaws capture the narrow point of the bit. Then you can snug up your chuck, don't over tighten it in this stage of the game, and remove the whole affair from the machine. Make sure the drill now is super tight in the chuck. And we'll come around here and insert the chuck and the bit into the grinding part of the machine. You'll notice that there are 2 white lines on here. You take this white line, line it up with this peg, and what we're going to do is turn the machine on first. Drop that in there so that's lined up with that peg, and we're just going to rotate this around to the other white line. You can hear it grinding, around to the other white line, around again. Not touching anywhere, around again. around again, and that should sharpen the drill bit. You want to make sure you keep downward pressure on this. We'll turn the machine off and see what we got. So what's happened here is that we've only sharpened one side of the drill bit and not the other. So something has gone haywire in our original setup. Perhaps this drill bit's 135 degree bit. We didn't check it first, I don't know. You can see here the drill bit we did practicing came out quite well, does a nice job. So what we'll do is we'll go back and we'll reset this 7/16 bit and see if we can't get that to sharpen the way it should sharpen all the way around. So what we may have here is we may have a drill bit here that has a 135 degree angle rather than a 118 degree angle. So in that case, what we want to do, as I said before, we're going to loosen this thumb screw up. We're going to rotate this jig up to where 135 degrees shows in the little window right there. Tighten the screw down. Then when we come over here, you'll notice, I'll put some light on this, that there's 118 degrees embossed in that little ring there. So what we're going to do when we put our jig in here with our alignment pins is we're going to go one notch to the right of that 118 degrees, which is what it says to do in the directions. And then we're going to go through our process. We're going to go through our process of bottoming out the drill bit against the stop, setting the jaws at the narrow point of the drill, snug up the chuck, pull it out, tighten it up good and tight, and then we'll go back and we'll sharpen this again. We'll see how this works. Turn it on. A white mark against the pin there. And we're going to rotate it around. And we're going to rotate it around to the next white mark. And again. And again. And again. So there's no grinding noise being heard. Now we're going to take it out. And we can see that it still hasn't cut this other angle on the other side of this drill bit. I'm not real sure why it hasn't done that, but we'll have to do some more work and try to figure that out. So now we've managed to sharpen this drill bit evenly on both sides. Got a nice sharp edge there. Looks quite good. Now what we did to correct the problem we had before was to go back and reset the jig to 118 degrees. But when we plugged our fixture into the unit here, we went on the plus side 2 notches to 118 plus, and that seemed to correct the situation for us. So when you're using this machine, you're going to have to wade through all the possibilities here and figure out what works the best for the particular drill bit that you're using. There's a lot of other things that this machine will do. It will split the points, it'll do masonry bits, it'll do all kinds of things. The key is to read the instructions, take a couple of drill bits that maybe aren't your favorites, put them in there, try to sharpen them, play with the machine, plus, minus, check the adjustments, and you'll find that you'll be able to sharpen all of your drill bits within no time and save you a lot of money in the long run buying new drill bits. I really like the way that's cleaned that bit up, and I think that'll be a good drill bit. So we've been able to do a variety of drill bits here, from 1/2 inch all the way down to 5/32, and we just picked these at random out of our pile. The larger bits, 1/2 inch and the 7/16, in the end sharpened up nicely. But it did take a bit of work trying to figure out how to change the machine settings to get the bits to grind evenly all the way down the face of the bit. I will say that the larger bits seem to take a bit more work. The medium to smaller bits just sharpened right up quite nicely. We'll have to try them out on a piece of metal to see how they actually drill, but they actually look nice and sharp, right down to the smallest one. So there you go. That's the Drill Doctor 500X, and I'd say for $100, that's probably a good buy. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again.